Hey guys, do you know that despite being launched for some time already, Ki Residences is still the most value for money property new launch in Singapore? Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, for those of you who know, Ki Residences is not a new launch actually. It has been sold for some time. But until this day, almost half a year already, it is still the most value for money new launch in Singapore.
So there are three key selling points. It's a 999 condo. Yes. It's a very exclusive Sunset Way estate. It's a lot of unblocked views.
That's correct. What if I told you that all 660 units were all unblocked views? You wouldn't believe me, right? But we are going to share with you why.
This is the aerial view, and it shows that there's a lot of large greenery around Ki Residence. Very unique and serene condo.
That's correct. Definitely not your typical cookie cutter condo, and definitely will stand out once it's TOP.
Right.
Okay. As you can see from the site plan over here, 80% of the site is actually dedicated to facilities and to landscaping, and all of the units, as I mentioned earlier, are in the north-south orientation. One unique thing about the land is the frontage. The frontage is very long. 385 meters from one end to the other end. People will always often ask us, Emmanuel, what are the schools nearby?
Within 1 kilometer is Bukit Timah Primary School.
That's
and
correct.
within 2 kilometers is Pei Hwa Primary School.
What are the upcoming things that's going to be happening to Ki Residences that will help you increase your property value actually?
From the master plan, there are actually two areas that we circled. One is the Bukit Timah area. One is actually the forested land nearby. I think Marion will touch on the first part first, the Bukit Timah.
Sure. So I will touch on the Bukit Timah planning area here. So this is very exciting because it has been confirmed that in this upper Bukit Timah area, there's going to be a future integrated transport hub. With that comes new developments that will increase pricing appreciation for Ki Residences. Because as I mentioned, we are not far from Beauty World actually. This piece of land was actually bidded for already, okay? And the land price and the land details have already been released already. Which means to say that this will help aid with the appreciation factor for Ki Residences.
Right.
Because I'm very sure that this piece of land, when it's going to be released for sale, right, the prices will be more expensive than Ki Residences for sure, because of its attributes, like it's a mixed development. There's going to be MRT nearby and everything. And when you're doing comparison between this one, which is a 99-year, versus Ki, which is a 999-year, Ki will look a lot more attractive.
This is the blueprint of the beauty world. Okay, bringing closer to Ki Residence will be the two forested land. To me, I always like to see, are there any grassland nearby for future development? This grassland means that there will be land for future residential plots.
In Singapore context, grassland means gold. Yeah, because whenever there's grassland, it means that there's opportunity for future developments.
If you look at the graph, there's two big areas. They call it the forested area, marked in circle, black circle. And on the right, that's the master plan, where it's shown that the forested area will be cleared to make way for future residential plots.
Yes, the smaller circle you see on the graph is actually closer to the Ki Residences site, whereas the bigger circle is just across the road from Clementi Road.
The red side is where Ki Residence is.
Yes, correct.
That's right. Yep.
Yes. So can you imagine, guys, if any of these redevelopment come into fruition? Wow, think of the appreciation that you have on Ki Residences. Just to emphasize again, these two plots of land, if sold, is on a 99-year or less basis, whereas Ki is a 999.
Because all government land sales will be 99 years.
That's correct.
But bear in mind that this will be future developments. But anyway, because Ki Residence is a 999, so for someone who buy into Ki, likely you have to have a longer holding period. So this will be in line with these future developments.
Every project has its top selling point and concerns. There's no perfect project.
Right.
But we would like to touch on the selling point first. Selling point number one, 999 years. So what does 999 years mean? It basically means it's as good as freehold.
That's right, yeah.
As you can see from this graph over here, this is taken from the Totak Road area actually. We have two examples, Signature Park, which is freehold.
I think for this slide, we're trying to compare that the difference between a 999 and a 999 condo. So actually we single out this Signature Park and High Oak. These are in the Totak area itself. So for Signature Park, it TOP in 1998. High Oak, about same year, 1999. Signature Park is a freehold property. High Oak is a 999-year property. Check out the prices. Both the prices are about 700 to 600.
Yeah, quite similar actually. Yes.
But as the year goes by, the difference start to pull away, widen. Yeah. So for this Signature Park, 2021, the average price is about 1,350 per square foot. All these are per square foot prices.
That's correct, yes.
And for High Oak, it's about 1,000 per square foot. So you can see the gap is widening as the property age.
To put it very simply, freehold example actually appreciates more, but that is not the only example we have. We also have South Haven 1, South Haven 2.
I think the second example will be better comparison because both are under the same name,
Yes.
South Haven 1 and 2.
Yes, literally they're side by side each other actually. So South Haven 2, for those who do not know, is actually a triple nine development. South Haven 1 is actually a double nine development. From the very beginning, in this example over here, in the year 2000, the starting point is about the same, 700 PSF to 600. But with the passing of time, and now in 2021, do you guys know that South Haven 2 appreciate even more than South Haven 1? Yes. So these are just two of the examples that we have for how triple nine actually appreciates more over time. Selling point number 2, serenity, green and space. Because as we know, Singapore is actually a urban jungle. Basically for almost every development you go, you see buildings here, buildings on the left, buildings on the right. But Ki is the rare one where you don't see buildings there. You see landed houses or greenery. Yes.
But there's a catch to this. As you go further away from MRT, you get more space, more greenery. So
Yes.
for this Ki residence, one of the buyer concerns is that it's not near MRT and it might be a bit secluded.
Before this was actually marketed, the developers already know the site location and amenities. So one thing they have done to elevate that concern a little bit is there's going to be a free shuttle bus service for 1 + 3 years. Now, why 1 + 3 years? Because they have to see if the take-up is good or not. Because if the take-up is not good, it's just going to be 1 year. But if the take-up is good, then it'll be 1 + 3 years.
So the nearest MRT would be Beauty World, which is about 1.52 kilometer, or the Clementi MRT, 1.66 kilometer. In my opinion, anything more than 1 kilometer will be considered not near MRT and will be quite an arduous walk. So for Ki residents, it might not appeal to those buyers who does not drive. Okay, for those buyers who are staying with their parents like to go to wet market, like to visit the supermarkets very often. So this might not appeal to them.
To elevate the traffic concern, they're building a new road from Ki residences to Clementi Road. Previously, this road does not exist. This road is very, very useful. Once you come out to Clementi Road on the left, you can go to PIE. On the right, it can take you to AYE.
This road will cut across the park or the forested area. Honestly, I think this route will only help the drivers. So again, for those who are not driving, this route might not be very helpful because you can't possibly walk all the way there. So this is just one of the shortcomings for Ki residents. I think at the end of the day, the buyers have to make a choice. You sacrifice the distance to MRT, but you get a bigger space and closer to greenery and serenity. It's really a trade-off. Yep.
Yes, it's a trade-off. So if you want greenery, you of course cannot expect MRT shopping malls nearby, right?
Yep.
As you can see from this graph over here, 999 at 999 pricing. This is one of the standout feature that help Ki residences to move a lot of units since the day one until now. Okay, these are our pricing and the balanced units. The larger units from the 4 and 5 bedrooms, they're sold out. Wow. Normally, it's the smaller units who are sold out first, but in our case, bigger units are sold out first.
We will not be able to go into the details for the floor plan, but for those buyers who want to check out Ki, to see which is the best unit for you and which is the best attractive stack of the units, give us a call. We can do a one-to-one presentation or show you at the show flat. Yep.
Sure. Personally, for myself, having transacted a few units at Ki residences, I'm very confident that I can help you choose the best unit for your preference and your budget. So feel free to give us a call. There's no obligation, and I hope to see you at the show flat with myself and Dennis.
Is Ki residence for you? Is 999 for you, or is it okay with a 99? So should we be looking for resale or new condo? These are questions that most people have. Give us a call. We'll do a one-to-one chat with you and help you clear all these doubts.
See you in the next video.
See you next video.